What's up, guys? Hello again. I am back with another premium decks list for Cardfight Vanguard, and this time I'm covering Neonectar. If you guys didn't know, Neonectar was one of the first decks I ever played in Cardfight Vanguard. Besides Angel Feather and all that jazz. Like, I play Angel Feather, I love Angel Feather, and then the decks that came after Angel Feather was Neonectar and Royal Paladin, so it's really nice to be able to play uh, Neo Nectar Premium. It took a while to get there because I took a break from Vanguard like a while ago, and then came back and I was like, man, I miss Ahsha, and because I had the old Ahsha, it wasn't keeping up with the new stuff. And literally, I came back when there was a new Ahsha, and I was like, oh man, I don't know why I didn't play it. Anyway, enough of my rambling. We're gonna get into it. So yes, it is Neo Nectar, and as I said it just now, it is an Ahsha build. So we're gonna see how it works, and of course, look at that. Oof. I love the V series version of Dream Spinning Ranunculus Asha. She looks so hot. I'm sorry. I am exposing myself. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, card fight players, we are going to see it. By the way, this is coming out. This is the this is the so this is the build that incorporates Katrina. So you're going to see it. It's going to be really janky, but bear with me. So anyway, trigger lineup. Let's go. First off is the Cardinal Flower Garden Maiden Millis. So we got that. Next up, we have 3 Happy Luckies, and they're all 3 hot stamped, which is ironic because literally I don't really look for the cards for New Nectar, and it just kind of ends up on my doorstep after looking at other stuff. Like, I buy cases of cards for something else, and then I get a bunch of Neo Nectar stuff, and well, you know. Then we get 3 Maiden of Polyantha. These are your Stride Fodder crits. 4 Heal Guardians, Pure Hearted Flower Maiden, Fiorenza. So you got that. Next up, you have 1 Frenzied Harris. It's the front. Oh, yeah. Let me just move these out of the way. Next is your Drodonal, Maiden of Blossom Rain. She's cute too. Next is your Overtrigger, Source Dragon, Deity of Blessings, Bless Favor. So it's nice. And then finally, you have your stand trigger that is restricted to 1, Cosmos, Pixie, Lisbeth. And there is a funny combo that I use with Lisbeth to make it usable in this deck. So that is the trigger lineup for Neonectar Premium Asha. So we're going to go on to the grade 1s. I run 2 Planar Prevent Dragons, the standard PGs. Then 3 Water Lily Musketeer Roots. They're great for summoning plant tokens and countercharging through janky means. Next up is Pure Maiden Katrina. This is the V-Series Katrina that helps you search your deck for an Asha. And we have our grade 3 searcher, because why not? Valkyrie Reclamation, Padmini. So those are the grade 1s. So you get your Katrinas. This one is the promo for Katrina, not Katrina. These are your grade 3 searchers for Asha. Katrina is the one that gives Asha triple drive. You have 3 of these to countercharge, and you recycle them with Lisbeth. And yeah, so those are the grade 1s for my Neo Nectar Premium. So we're going to go to the grade 2s. So we run 2 Ideal Maiden Thuria, and this is where the combo comes in, which I will explain later on how I recycle stuff with Lisbeth. So we got 2 Ideal Maiden Thuria, 4 Blossoming Maiden Sella. Then, of course, if you guys didn't know, Vanguard's giving out grade 1 searchers. I call them grade 1 searchers, but Horticulture Elf. So basically, at the beginning of your ride phase, you can discard this card to search the top 5 of your cards of your deck to choose up to 1 grade 2 or less card, reveal it, put it in your hand. So if you start the game without a grade 1, you just pitch this, and it's not a hard once either. You can just pitch as many as you want, as long as you can get your grade 1. So yeah, that's the grade 2 lineup for my Asha Premium. Next up, we have the grade 3s, and I know you're probably going to think it's weird because I have 2 normal orders in here. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the normal units real quick, which is obviously 4 Ranunculus Flower Maiden Ashas. Got to get your Ashas in. And then 4 Dream Spinning Ranunculus Ashas. Then finally we'll go talk about the normal order, which is Whales Melt in the Sound of Rain, which is kind of opposite of the theme of Ahsha, but I just decided to do this really funny tech because it's Stoicheia, and I can Superior Call from drop, and like thing about this deck is you recycle units into your deck, at least in my build, and there's no way to just get it from drop. So I kind of use Whale's Melt and the Sound of Rain to be able to Superior Call from drop, as well as retiring a unit on my opponent's board. So I just have 2 of those. Why not? We'll make it interesting. So those are the grade 3s for my deck. Next up, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Generation Zone. I didn't mean to hit the camera stand, my bad. Anyway, we'll leave the Generation Guardians for later. And yes, these are shiny. Anyway, first, we have 2 Flower Princes of 4 Seasons, Velhemina. So it's great. Generation Break 4, all rear guards in the front will get 5k power and extra crit. This unit really targets units with the Bloom ability, and the only unit that I have that has Bloom, I think, is just Lisbeth, if I remember correctly. I think it is Lisbeth. Yeah, this is the only Bloom unit, so... And it's kind of funny, Velhemina kind of only targets units, normal units with the Bloom ability, so the first skill kind of just doesn't work. But it's kind of there because of the Generation Break 4. Moving on, we have, of course, 4 Untainted Holy Damsel Green Katrina. If you guys didn't know, this unit was unrestricted, so I put all 4 in deck. I made sure to buy my copies when they were just 42 cents, literally because it was restricted, and then it became unrestricted, and these popped up to 45 bucks. So last I saw, I don't know, they're pretty expensive. The next one is Entrancing Flower Princess Sandrine, which is great for Ahsha. And of course I have my GB8 and Progenitor Dragon and Zeroth Dragon, so we got Flower Princess of Candor, Lindrus Premier. I think that's how you pronounce it. Next up is Progenitor Dragon of Regal Birth, Megaloma. It's kind of there just in case I'm about to lose and I don't feel like dying. So then we finally have our Zeroth Dragon of Death Guard and Zoa. Really shiny. So those are the Generation units that aren't Generation Guardians. Okay, next up is our Generation Guardians. So the first one is Flower Princess of Cherry Costarina, or Costarina, however you want to pronounce it. 1 Flower Princess of Autumn Scenery, Verna. There we go. 2 Bond Protector, Musketeer, Antero, which Antero is great for having shield value. It only costs 1 Soul Blast. And finally, we have Sacred Tree Dragon, Rain Breath Dragon, one of the first Generation Guardians that came out for Neonectar. This is great because it's basically a Dismal, but you call from hand, and it's crazy. So those are my Generation Guardians for this deck. And finally, of course, the starter is Spring Heralding Maiden Ozu. Love Ozu. First Neonectar Forerunner ever for me. I'm talking about the premium version. Alright, so we're going to talk about that tech with Lisbeth, alright? So let's say you have Ahsha already on board, and it's the good Ahsha, so look at that. And next, you basically call Cosmos Lily Pixie Lisbeth. Now, if you have at least a face-up generation unit face up in your generation zone, you can use Ideal Maiden Theria's second skill. Oh, no, first skill. So first skill is a continuous skill on rearguard circle, generation break 1. When this card would be placed on rearguard circle, choose up to 1 of your units. If you have a Vanguard with Ranunculus in its card name, this unit is regarded as a unit with the same card name as the chosen unit. So basically, place it. Oh, look, it's a Lisbeth. Bloom skill, clan keyword, Bloom activates when another copy is placed on board. Bloom. Alright, so then this Theria gains the red text of Lisbeth, which is basically choose. It's an activate skill in rearguard circle, generation break 1. Cost is 0. Choose a normal unit from your drop zone. If you chose a card, choose up to 4 cards with the same card name as that card from your drop zone and return them to your deck. Return this unit to your deck, shuffle your deck, and draw a card. There's a reason why this was restricted to 1, because 4 of them just made it to where you would plus a lot, and it was not fair. Anyway, so that's the combo with that one. And then finally, with the Water Lily Musketeer Ruth, let me check something. I think it's with Katrina. Mind you, I should know this is the deck I have. Yeah, Katrina. So basically, kind of just use Katrina, get your plant tokens, call units on top of them. You can use that for this one, and then just Superior Call Ruth. Place it, and if you call multiple Ruths at the same time, it's second skill. When this unit or your other unit is placed in the rearguard circle from your deck, the cost is retire this unit and countercharge, and mind you, this is an auto skill under rearguard circle, so it's, you meet the condition, so you plus with Katrina, and then you countercharge. I mean, if you want to, but you know, there's some skills to let you do that. So that is pretty much it for my build of Ahsha Premium. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the deck. It isn't perfect, I'll let you know that much. And I don't blame you if you disagree with it, because despite me loving Neonectar, I am not a Neonectar player. Again, I'm an Angel Feather player, so please feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the deck. Any feedback would be nice and helpful, too, so I learn to be a better Vanguard player. So thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.